Hello and welcome to my APD interviewing a person in my field for the module. Today we are with Simon Widdop. He's a former professional cricketer, played at first class level, winning the county championship with Yorkshire, and before and after that he also played at a very high standard of same professional cricket, scoring over 12,000 runs, taking over 200 wickets. After playing, he's moved into field of coaching and also onto officiating. Like to introduce yourself, Simon?
Jacob, Simon with it.
So, just cracking on with the interview, and first of all, talk about your playing career, and just like to say, what are some of your happiest achievements you've got from the game?
Yeah, on a professional level, winning the county championship with Yorkshire is kind of a standout there. Didn't kind of a squad player. Played just a couple of games in that season, but did contribute. So pleased with the contributions I made. Also, yeah, just being involved with Yorkshire from age group level to getting my first kind of academy contract when I was 16, and then my first kind of professional playing contract in 1999, and those just really enjoyed those parts of my life, and certainly those 4 seasons I was playing second team and first team cricket.
I mean, looking at some of the players you played with, it's quite extraordinary, really. You've got Michael Vaughan, Darren Lehman, Darren Goff. What was it like to work with such high greats of the game?
Tough, yeah, tough at times. I mean, personal note, it was tough to get a game in there, especially kind of one-day cricket. It was before central contract, so your test players had come back from the test arena with England and play one-day cricket and have a hit. As an opening batsman, obviously I have to try and get through. Michael Vaughan, David Bias at the time, who was captain, who opened the batting as well. But also Craig White was doing it for England and came back and did it for Yorkshire as well. So opportunities in that area were kind of limited.
So, I can imagine doing obviously really tough in that situation. If we move away from the professional side, you also played a lot of your career in and around Yorkshire Leagues, played Donning Town, Barnsley. Looking at the career at Donny, you've got one of the greatest club achievements there in its history, haven't you?
Yeah, so winning the National Club Championship again with what was a really good league side, which had some very good league cricketers as well as a future Test player in it, and it was a strong campaign, obviously, because we won it, but really good solid professional group of lads at league level, and that's the kind of intensity that we took from. Certainly I took from being with Yorkshire and playing with all those people who you mentioned before, and that is the thing that stands out is kind of the high standard that was expected of you day in day out through those years, really from when I was on the academy in 1995 through to when I finished in 2001. Those high standards epitomised by those test players and those great players who you mentioned, they filtered down through the practice in league cricket as well. So there's no real surprise that having a league side with 3 Yorkshire players playing in that kind of high intensity environment week in week out produced one of the most successful league sides, certainly of the 1990s, if not really ever.
So you talk about these high standards that filters down. Was that standard set by yourselves, the players, but also from the coaching side?
Yeah, coaching side, they demanded high standards. It was an era of kind of fitness was just coming into it when I first started on the academy at 16, and those high standards were set by the captain. We kind of we kind of followed suit, and we were a very, very fit, a fit bunch of lads. So not only standards in fitness, but also standards in fielding, catching, the pace of ground fielding, the throwing. Not to mention your skills with both bat and ball. Yeah, the bar was set very high, and you had to challenge yourself day in, day out, because you were competing with Test cricketers to get a place.
So that's the coaching at the highest level. What about from when you started off as a kid, as village level, early memories of what you experienced?
Early memories with me, yeah, just with my uncle, just going and watching when I was about 7, 8 years old, going and watching him play at village level, and then just got a gradual kind of love for the game. Ended up going down to Doncaster Town. My uncle became coach, so there was a natural link to the club, and then fortunate enough just to play Yorkshire schoolboys at 11 years of age, and go through the age group serve, as well as keeping the strong links with the club as well.
So, but from your young age, you also part of the England setup, weren't you? So, what was that like? Did that differ from your professional at Yorkshire to how it was going away with them a bit?
Yeah, a little bit. It was still juniors, so we went through a kind of a selection stage to get into our regional tournaments, which was, we were obviously part of the North, so did well to get there at under 14 level. Managed to have a decent day out in one of the games. I only played one game, and I managed to get 75, something like that. So that got me selected for the England squad, and that had first class cricketers in it. I mean, people like David Nash, who played for Middlesex, Gareth Batty who's now coach at Surrey, and Alex Tudor, who went on to play Test cricket. That's just three who were part of that side, and along with the late Ben Hollyoake as well. And then fortunately, a year later, the same group of lads, we managed to tour South Africa in early 1993, and represent our country abroad, which was a great honour, really.
So that is the playing side of your career, and at the moment now you're concentrating a lot on your umpiring and officiating again. What are your goals to go with there?
Goals, very, very, very simple goals. Really, every ball's an event. Try not to look too far into the future, because you lose sight of what's in front of you. So, my goals after in my first game, which it'll be a friendly somewhere. Have a good solid start to the game. First 10 overs, look to really concentrate, get my routines back, get my movement around the crease, and start to develop it from there, and hopefully can get a good 100 overs under my belt before we go into the league season and the national panel season as well.
So it's not looking too far in the future, taking everything as it comes, yeah?
Yeah, taking everything, obviously got long-term goals, but I'm a big believer in, if you look too far ahead and you start to get a little bit above your station, the game will sort you out. So the old adage of look after the game and the game will look after you applies greatly in my view.
Yeah. So you're also doing a little bit of coaching at Doncaster Town at the minute as well, and it's something that you've done before. What is your lifestyle been with coaching? What has helped you transition into those roles?
Started off coaching really when I finished playing. Was one of the first level 3 cricket coaches in South Yorkshire, and that's enabled me to have great kind of empathy with the players, and know really what they are kind of feeling about the game. So I did coaching for a bit, then went away from coaching. It's only recently now I've returned with Doncaster, and looking to kind of ask the right questions to make them think about their own performance. They're all kind of well-established league cricketers with plenty of ability, and it's now working on the kind of mental side that will actually turn them into being from, let's say, average cricketers to being good cricketers, and good cricketers into being very good cricketers. And just getting them to think and find solutions for themselves, as well as, if needs be, bounce ideas off them, and look to support them in their cricketing journey.
So would you say that is almost your philosophy, that you are letting them figure it out themselves? You hands off, kind of.
Yeah, I think you've got to try and let them figure it out yourself. But when they're not figuring it out themselves, then you've got to start to input some advice or some scenarios or some kind of alternatives. As well as if things aren't going necessarily to plan for team or individual, have some difficult and honest conversations about where they could improve. I mean, that could be a technical skill, it could be mental, it could be lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, I'd say thank you to Simon for giving us his time there. It was really interesting insight on his career in sport and what he's achieved in the game. So thank you, Simon.
Thank you.